Thirsty and 30.
Hi, Thirsty friends. I'm Shari, and welcome to season 2 of Thirsty and 30, the blind chat show on Smarter Love. Pero wait, Bea, before we start,
Parang
gusto
natatawa
ko
ka,
meron
Shari.
kang big reveal. Wow, look at her look.
I want to
Ang
say thank
ganda.
you to my hair and makeup, Audie Bermejo. Thank you so much. Kasama ko dito ngayon. Yeah,
Ganda. Ganda.
you like the look. So, hi guys,
Mhm.
I am Bea with my big reveal. So as usual, we want to remind everyone, Shari and I have made the mistakes before so that you actually don't have to. And the last couple of months we've been researching for you guys, and we really got you, so you won't make any mistakes. Yeah.
Yes, and then we want to say hello to our usual viewers. Hi, Tisha. Hi, Erica Lim. Hi, everybody. Hi, Mike. What's up? Yeah.
Yes, and hi to our parents who will be watching and
Hello.
supporting me and Pia. So, guys, Shari, I'm excited about tonight, and because it's something that we deal with a lot of the people that message us or call us. Tonight, we talk about how to deal with our biggest enemy, which is our insecurities. Our theory is the last time we guested Danny Laurel, we were asking her what her red flags were. And she said,
Mm-mm.
you know what, let's stop looking at the red flags and kind of think that, we're all flawed human beings. And it's really how we embrace the flaws and make them into our strength and motivation. So, Shari, I want to start out. What's your insecurity, physical and non physical?
I mean, ang hirap kaya kasi when you're so perfect like me, you can't really think of you can't even be insecure about anything. Okay, no, pero okay, non-physical, I really can't think of any insecurity na I have. Pero
Okay.
physical, obviously, I grew up very mataba. Right? Well, I grew up very fat. So that has always been my insecurity. And I guess my way around it is through humor. I just like to
Yeah.
make, buhat ang sariling bangko, mga things like that. How about you, Bea?
Mhm. I'm the same though. I use humor. I think my biggest insecurity, there wasn't anything really physical, but I think the femininity and the sexuality of me as a woman, because I
Mm-mm.
think when you get cheated on, you really question a lot of like if you're the right kind of woman. So that would
Yeah.
be my insecurity. But like you, I also use humor and pagiging masungit. Those are probably
Yes.
why it's like my defense mechanism. So sa mga taong nasungitan ko, it's just me being insecure. My
Sa
dad,
mga, sa mga
just so
tao
you
na
know.
sungitan ko, that's just me.
That's just me.
Okay. So,
So,
Bea, I do want to announce in this episode that we do have a giveaway but we're gonna announce the winner next week. So for this episode, next episode, we have a giveaway for our thirsty audience. Win a tote or a top. Join by doing these three things. Tag two friends in our Instagram and answer the question, how do you deal with your insecurities? Make sure to follow Thirsty and 30 and Tickled Tripper on Instagram. Watch our live episode tonight and on September 1 at 9 p.m., where we will announce the winners of our giveaway.
yeah, the tops are cute. And the bag, go join and share us
Uh
your
huh.
insecurities. I think Kat shared a couple, and then there was another person. So, send them through.
And
So,
yes.
okay, so tonight we have actually a surprise guest and the guest that we advertised. So our first guest is really my thriving sister Pia, and I just want to share a couple facts about her. So first of all, it's not really a fact; it's my opinion. So number one, she really is the ate between the relationship between the two of us. She is the most prepared person for everything, and number two, she is building a beauty startup with our one of our favorite guests, Tisha.
Mm-hmm.
So very thriving. And then also she just turned 26 yesterday. Yes, so we'll bring her in, and then we also have another special guest. Hi, Pia.
Hi,
Happy
Pia.
birthday.
Hi, Ate Bea and Ate Shari.
Happy birthday.
Bakit ka natatawa?
Thank you.
I
I'm shocked
remember
at
when I
your
was
face.
23.
Sino ka?
Di ba? Parang kung ano, bagong host ko eh.
Yeah,
Ganda.
yung face
Oh,
mo ba
wow.
yung
Kulot.
host mo?
So okay, we have a special guest, and maybe Pia, you can give a couple of facts. But she's also my kind of adopted sister, and also just to share, she's a sister of our guest before, Jel Kaloy, and so she's just an amazing woman. But Pia, share a couple of facts about our guest.
Facts. Okay, everybody knows who Jessica Looy is. Like, in our batch, if you say the name Jessica Looy, she's yung maingay na laging star and laging leader of every group project. And she's like friends with everybody. So like 5 minutes into talking with her, you already feel like she's your best friend.
Wow. Okay, I'm
Cute.
excited. Let's bring her in. Should I bring
Yes.
there?
Hi,
Hi.
Hi
Jess.
guys!
Welcome.
How's the
Hi!
backdrop? I love it.
Yes, professional ko today, guys. Welcome to my vlog. Just
Hi, YouTube. Welcome. Please click
Hi.
subscribe. But seriously, click
Yeah.
subscribe, guys.
Yeah, on these two girls.
Click there.
Um, wait lang wait lang. Gusto natin yung mapakilig-kilig eh. Gusto ko ng ganyan. So,
I
this is my
wow!
sister's boyfriend, Ralph. Let's go.
Wow.
Okay.
Hi,
Ayan,
Ralph.
and also your best friends. Hello, ganda nyo. Ay, thank you. Thank you. And
Bea,
then,
hindi ikaw yun. Joke
Feeling.
lang.
okay, so I think, Shari, we have something that we usually start. Oh, no. We'll do an icebreaker, ladies. First, we want to know, since you guys are best friends, can you tell us what is your go-to landi move for
Landi
each
Oh my
other's?
mo.
Yeah,
God.
Hindi ako
landi
malandi,
move.
honestly. Like,
Oh my God. Hindi rin ako malanda.
hindi ka may malandi.
Oh my God, ano ba yung go-to? Pia, ikaw muna. Ikaw muna.
Okay, before, single days, my go-to landi move would be, oh my God, wala akong ride home.
Okay, yan.
I don't have a ride home. I can't go. Sorry. But if you wanna pick me up, pwede naman.
Ayan. Bea smooth si Pia. I like it.
She is. I have to say, kaya nga siya may boyfriend ako wala. Ganyan lang.
This is smooth
Difference.
moves. How about you, Jess?
Okay. Oh my God. Bakit mo to ng parents ko? Just, and then, kahit I don't smoke, sabihin ko, hey, do you have a lighter? Yeah. And then
Move
from
na yan,
there,
ah.
tapos kahit di ako nag-smoke then from there, conversation. And then, so what do you drink? Ayun
Anong
lang.
gagawin mo sa lighter?
Wala lang, para sabihin lang, may conversation.
Ayan, may comment na si Ralph. Functional lande. What is functional lande, by the way? Can someone explain that?
I mean, kasi maglalandi ka na, pero meron ka pang ride home. Function.
Yeah.
Diba?
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Manggagamit.
So
basically.
kahit, kahit same.
kumbaga. Hi to Alexa as well. Hello. Hi, Jess and Pia.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi.
So, ladies, tonight, we have an anonymous letter. And syempre, Pia and Jess, we want your advice for this lady. Let me just read it, okay? Dear Thirsty Girls, I've been seeing this guy for a year already. He is a single dad and it's been going so well. So recently, I've been spending some time at his condo. We get along so well. Although I haven't met his kid, his parents, or his ex yet, we've just been enjoying each other's company at this moment. I do feel like this guy and I have a chance at having a long term relationship. I can't help but think of our future. Lately, though, being in his condo bothers me because I know he lived there with his ex. I can't help but think of his ex when I see the bed, the pillows, the couch, and the dining table. What do you think I should do about it? Because honestly, it's consuming me lately. Help, please. I can't stop but overthink.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Okay.
A little
do you
bit
guys think?
complicated there.
What's your advice, ladies?
This is hard. Has she met the ex? Pwede ba mag-ask ng questions?
Hindi pa,
She
hindi
has
pa.
not
Haven't
met X, his
Okay.
kid, or his parents.
Oh yeah, okay. Sorry, not listening.
Hindi, okay lang. It's overwhelming.
Wait, sorry. So, parang nababother siya sa condo kasi lahat ng place there, it reminds her of the ex.
At nakagamitan,
Ganon.
yes.
Oof, that's a little bit hard. Paano nga ba?
Oo nga. For me, like, maybe this is worse in your head. Like, maybe you are like playing all of these things in your head without even like actually meeting the ex and meeting more people to like understand what happened and like see that in front of your eyes. Baka wala naman talaga, and you feel like, oh, there's nothing to be worried about because they're super like platonic na now.
Yeah, or I think it's more of like maybe there's a backstory behind it why she's so bothered. Maybe she knew the past of them. It could be good or bad. And then like from that kind of like scenario, naisip niya na, okay, so anything na trigger from that kwento or anything na makita niya, it triggers her na, kayo ni ex, ginawa niyo to. Kasi may past sila. Right?
Yeah.
So I feel like ganon, like maybe something in the past happened that bothers her until now. So,
So,
What
ano
do you
Yeah,
recommend, guys?
So you can't go to the past. I mean, you can't stay in the past either. Yeah, I agree
yeah.
with one of the comments here.
Yeah, I like
Buy
this
him
one.
new.
Buy him.
Be-
Oh, sorry,
sige,
Bea.
go.
Buy
Sige,
him
go.
new bed sheets for Christmas. I agree. I'm a believer in
Yeah.
out of sight, out of mind. If things that you see bother you, replace them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially if
that's true.
Baduy yung if
Oh,
But
Baduy
then you could
yung
be
design ng
changing
condo.
people. I just feel like that could be a problem if you're trying to change the person. If let's say that's the type of bed sheets he likes, and then suddenly you're gonna change it. Sorry,
Yeah.
may hugot eh.
pero Bea,
Pinagdaanan
yung
ko na yan.
pinapalitan mo naman, I
Yeah.
think it's more of like, let's say he has navy sheets. You just say, oh, this is better thread count. That's not really changing his
Yeah.
style. You're just changing the sheets. Kasi I guess maybe
Yeah.
the smell triggers you or something like that, diba?
Yeah.
Be subtle
Yeah.
about it. Mga ganyan.
Okay, subtle. So ladies, we all vote subtle, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
shouldn't
I think
have
so. I think
conversation
so.
about this.
Subtle
No,
Be
yeah.
changes.
subtle.
Look forward unless there's a big red flag na that
Yeah.
you're seeing, that's why you're being triggered. But kung wala, you're overthinking, just move forward and change some things here and there. Kaya mo yun.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
okay, I want to
And
know what you guys think about this from Alexa. According to TikTok, where all wisdom is being found right now, it's very good motivation to do better. Imagine the ex. Okay.
That's true.
Oh, we have an agreement with
imagine
the
the
red
ex.
count for the win. Thank you. Oh, see, this is good. She is an ex for a reason. Tama.
Yeah.
That's what you say.
Ayun nga.
Tama.
Yeah, yun nga, like
True.
what I said, diba? There's a reason behind everything naman. And for sure, kaya nga hiniwalayan, diba? Kaya nga ikaw na yung girl. So, ba't ka ba like what Pia said, move on na, past is past, diba?
Yeah.
Tama.
Put yourself out there. Face the girl para makita mo sinong mas maganda.
Wait, Pia, can you make kwento what happened on your 18th birthday with
May natatandaan ka ba
Okay.
nung 18th?
I heard from some people that this is what happened.
Okay.
Am I really gonna make that trend? Okay, sige. So, when I first met my boyfriend now, I actually the pickup line I said to him was like, syempre medyo happy na ako by that time of the night, but I was like, your ex is uglier than me. I didn't even say like I'm prettier than your ex or like
Yeah.
like I'm better. I was just like, she's uglier. So I'm ugly and she's ugly too. Ganun yung pickup line ko.
I think it's
Nag-work-
I think subtle dig.
Yeah.
And it worked. What did he say?
I forgot now. Probably said like, yeah. Yeah, okay. Can't argue with that.
Okay, so ladies, we thank you for your thoughts on the letter, and hopefully we help the anonymous letter writer, whatever. And again, subtle. Subtle is the key, right?
Mhm.
Women
Yes.
actually should really highlight their power of being subtle. It's a power, a
Yeah.
superpower, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Subtle
ladies and
confidence.
ay, tama yan. Quote natin in the end. But so so Pia, I invited you because there's something that you have never really talked about with me or a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's basically you have always been someone I found really confident. You weren't born with a right hand, and the but somehow I've never really noticed it. But also Jess is such a loud energy in a room that it's really for the two of you to be the perfect combination here. It's like peanut butter and jelly with confidence. So I wanted to start out with a couple questions. I think I'll start out, Pia, with you. When was kind of the
Okay.
first time that you knew that you were different, or like did it like when was that the first time for you?
Um, I think I realized I was different like at a very early age because in my family, it wasn't like an avoided topic. So I was born without my right hand, and my family would call it my special arm. So like my cousins, my um, titos and titas, they would call it like the special arm, and they would say like, "Can I touch your special arm?" Because it's really soft and it's nice to like hold it. So I always knew that I was different or I was special. But like I think at a very young age, like around 6, 7, I didn't really feel that that special was something wrong or something different. Like I just knew that it was different. But all of these like connotations of me um, having it like a disability or an insecurity didn't come in until like probably my teens.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for the both of you said you started feeling insecure in your teens. Was that the age that you guys both felt most insecure in your life?
like for me, yes. Mga around ano yun, high school, like third year to fourth year high school. I think I agree with Pia
Yeah.
nung teens natin. You know how like me kasi like my insecurity with like same lang like all my life I've been the mataba person. Pero that's why sometimes I'm maingay kasi it's my defense mechanism na parang it's kung kayo humor and ingay para lang whoosh out ko yung insecurity. So yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet, by the way? Like how did you become like really close? And did you guys ever talk about your insecurities like Jess with, the weight, and then Pia as well as your
Mm.
hand? Did you guys ever talk about that?
Um,
Sweet.
Or how did you meet? How did you first meet?
Actually, we don't talk about it. We met in high school. We were like
Yeah.
classmates, and um, yeah,
With
I agree
Bettina.
with Tess. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that we never really talked about it, but we both knew that it was there, and
Yeah.
I agree with Jess. Like in the high school years, you kind of try to overcompensate with your insecurity by being loud or being like
Mm-hmm.
makapal mukha. And
Mm.
that story that I told you earlier about me saying that line to pick up my boyfriend, I'm actually not proud of it because that was the phase in my life when I was like being super loud and like super trying to show people that like I'm confident and I don't care about like what you think. I don't care about anything.
Mm.
Like I put myself out there. But I think yeah, that was a phase also which was like kind of trying to deal with the insecurity. It's like not being the true confident person that's really comfortable in your skin. It's like you're trying to compensate and trying to
Mask it
um
somehow, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're trying to mask it. Yeah. So yeah, we met at the time when we were super loud and we never really talked about it, but I guess we both got like drawn into each other's energy, to being out there, having fun and like living life, trying to live
Yeah.
life without thinking about your insecurities.
Yeah. Like
Wow.
I'll add to it. Like I think it's the thing we don't talk about it kasi it's more of subtle siguro in a way. Like, for example, like, I'll show Pia. This is true, ha? Like, until now, I think, like, we send photos of each other. P, okay ba yung outfit? Okay ba yung ganito? Or even Pia, she'll also say, do I look good? Do I look okay? And I think that's our way of, like, showing na medyo insecure kami about our bodies or how we look. So, pero very, very, very subtle lang siya. So, yun. We help each other with it. So, it's good.
I love that.
Yeah.
Actually, all our
Yeah.
girlfriends, like Shari and I, chat constantly, and we're always trying to validate or at least like boost each other's
Yeah.
confidence. And diba, Shari, parang I mean, I
Yeah.
send Shari Pia Wurtzbach photos at
Also,
like
I
3
mean, we
a.m.
do both, right? We kind of tear our confidence, how we build ourselves back up. But wait, hold on. I have to read this thing for our anonymous letter sender from Michelle
Yeah.
Macapinlak. Put your picture in his condo. I like that advice. Do that. Like,
Yeah.
stake your claim. Just
Yeah, because
Yeah.
men are very visual, right? They are. Like,
yeah,
let's just get straight up. Not like women were like mental, like we like
Yeah.
the banter or the
Yeah.
flirting. Men, pictures, seriously. Just print
yeah.
pictures of yourself.
Pictures,
Tantarin niyo yung
iwan
Yeah.
ka
The
lang,
pictures.
best photos.
iwan ka lang ponytail mo dun or something. Just like, iwan ko yung mga gamit ko. Okay, okay. Let's jump back. So, yeah, it's nice when you have friends who like validate or I mean, make you feel better about, I think it's normal to be insecure, right? So parang having a
For sure.
buddy to fuel it, I not fuel it, but what's the
Yeah.
word? Not fuel. Just make you feel better about those things. Is nice.
Yeah, what
Bea.
Jess and I do is like we always comment on each other's IG
Yeah.
posts, and we're like, ang ganda mo, ang payat mo dyan.
Yeah. That's
Like,
true. That's true.
It's helped to
Any
like
photo.
send some compliments to your friends or like people you love. Like, I think that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think not just friends, like anyone naman would feel so good na pag nag-comment, ang hot mo, gano'n. Like simple lang, heart lang. Oh my God, binigyan ako ng heart, diba? I think it boosts everyone's confidence. So it's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
That's true. Like my best friends in a Jess and Mariel never compliment me. Pero I know when they say, "Hey, mukha kang tao today." I'm like, "Yes, I made it today." Oh, we want to say hi, Bea, Pia and Bea. Your cousin Zach is watching us. Hi, Zach and
Zach.
Aki.
Hi,
Hi,
Let us know
Zach.
if you guys have any
Okay.
insecurities. Tell us. Tell us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ask questions. Go
For
on,
like
Bea.
basically young people. But okay, ano tong Alexa may sa unless it's maniac. What's this comment for? I support.
Maybe
Yeah.
sa Instagram,
Anyways.
Support.
Yeah.
comment.
Okay. Jess and Pia, I want to know, are there some things that people used to say to you that really affected your confidence?
Oh
Ay,
yeah.
Okay,
naku,
maybe Pia,
madami.
you want to go first.
Pia, you can go first.
Yeah, I think talking about like what's the age that I felt most insecure. It was like the teens, right when we were meeting like boys, like because it's like you grew up with a set of friends since the beginning who have always like um I never got bullied actually in school. I never got bullied by my girl friends in Poveda. Because like they accepted me from the very first day, which I was very lucky. But I think when I was starting to meet boys, a guy, I think like he said something like, yeah, ang kapal, pero crush ko sana si Pia, kaso putol siya. So parang they were calling me like Pia Putol, and parang first of all, like what a very creative insult. I mean, like it's kind of like very like straightforward, but that like kind of struck me, but not in a necessarily bad way, because my parents or my dad specifically would always tell me like you're actually lucky because whoever you meet will love you like for you,
Yeah.
and like wouldn't be one of those shallow guys. Like you would be able to weed out all of these shallow men who would make jokes like that. Probably because they're insecure about something also, and they're kind of like projecting it on another person that they don't really know about.
Yeah.
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 Your dad
And
gives good advice. Yeah,
We
that's
need to
true.
get
Yeah.
my dad
Super
on
true.
the show. Seriously.
he said,
He is
yeah.
the best man. How about you, Jess?
And
Does any yeah, go on. Sorry, Pia.
oh, dami
No,
ko. But
go.
then the other thing that stuck to me was also like when someone would tell me like, oh, sayang because like you're like this, you're like that, but you don't have a right hand. It stuck to me, but also like not in a bad way, because it always made me like think about like, so what? Like, what can what's so sayang about this, right? Just because you have an insecurity doesn't mean that everything goes out the window. Like, I still am whatever you're telling me is good about me. So I'll take all the compliments na lang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Tsaka, bakit? Perfect ka?
You know.
Perfect ka to that person?
Bakit ko pangit? Labo sa we have people
Yeah.
wanting to know what's his name who said that.
Who said
Drop
that?
his
Drop his
address.
address.
Years down the road, it's like, I heard when we were kids, you said this.
On the
Okay
way na
lang,
sila.
parang
Pero
it's
so guys,
okay.
I know that you both, like, like you said, you talk to each other about your insecurities and stuff like that. But beyond that, like with yourself, how do you build yourself up when you're feeling down?
Okay. Well, me naman, like with the previous question, like when people say bad things, like for example, since mataba nga ako, diba? Like they say na, oh, mag-workout ka, hindi ka na pumapayat. Or diet ka, hindi ka pumapayat. Parang lumaki ka. You know, like mga ganon. So what I
Yeah.
do is just parang, I just dodge the bullet and say in my head, ay, bakit perfect ka, ganon? No, really, I really asked
Yeah.
myself, but
Yeah.
perfect ka, diba? Diba? And at the end of the day, it's me, it's not them. Like, okay, I am fat kasi may pagkain ako. That's just, no, it's more of like,
At least di ako
it's more,
gutom.
hindi ako gutom. Hindi man, it's more of like, it's my body, and I love my body for what it is, and I don't have to impress anyone. So at the end of the day, I just tell myself that, like, F that, diba? Parang, go lang.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want to do in your life. So,
Yeah.
I think
like
that's
that.
good what you said, Pia, a while ago about like the people that get past all the insecurities or like the things that they say about you. If they see through that, they're actually really good people to have around. Because parang
Yeah.
not, I mean, for people to say things like whether it's working out or a physical appearance that you have, I think it's very shallow. And then it just reminds you
Yeah.
ng high school. I'm sure marami tayong nasasabi na hindi dapat. So for example, the super immature. When I was young, I mean, this has happened to me, and this has happened that I've done this to someone. I saw someone in podium, like a guy, and I texted someone that he was getting fatter.
I
Ang
know.
kapal ng mukha ko. And then, I wasn't exactly
You
skinny
did
then,
that?
okay?
I'm shocked that you did that.
And then, but I texted it to him because I was not thinking. And this has happened
Oh
to me
my
also.
God.
I went to a party and some guy said like, "Oh, sayang siya, but she's fat
Yeah.
now." Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Those things like you don't
Sayang.
think about it, but
yeah.
you
Yeah.
say it to your friends and then you realize, like me, I sent it to the guy. Can you imagine how bad that person would feel?
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
exactly skinny, but
I'm
basically,
shocked.
okay. I'm shocked too. Ang sama akong bata. But for you, ladies, for both of you, like, I'm just wondering, you both are thriving women. You really work hard and you really care about your career. With, let's say for you, Pia, your limb, and just for your weight, did you ever feel like it was a crutch? And if, like, something that stopped you from doing things? And if it didn't, how did you, like, what was your perspective on it?
Ooh.
You can go first, P.
No, I never saw it as a crutch. I actually saw it more like a motivation, because I believe that you you take influence but you're inspired by people that you see are like yourself, and it kind of pushes you to not take things as a crutch. So like me, I have a very positive outlook on what I can do, but I never thought that I could play tennis. Like I would like I can play football, I can run, whatever, I can work out, but probably never tennis. And then I saw a guy in celebrity, like a tennis club. He had like no left arm, and then he was playing tennis with only his right arm. And when I saw him, I was like, oh my god, I never knew that like I could play tennis. So it's like I already feel that I'm confident. But if I see somebody who is like me, pushing themselves, pushing themselves to do something more, I feel like you're doing like your purpose in life. So parang for me, the fact that I don't have a right arm, it actually makes me want to do more. It makes me want to, it's not really prove, but then it makes me want to show people that if you are like me or you identify with me in any way and I'm doing something good in my life, then maybe that will inspire you to do something better. And I mean, I always think about like in the present, right? Like just think about what you're doing now. Like what can you actually not do without a right arm, or what can you actually not do because mataba ka? Like what can you actually not do um if you didn't graduate from the school that you wanted, whatever insecurity that you have. Like if you really think about what you're doing at this point, I don't think you would say that I can't do it, or if you just try it out. Um, so that's always been like what I try to keep it. I think it's more of like awareness of what you keep thinking, because it's not like I'm secure all the time. There are times where I don't notice it, but I do like overcompensate, like what Jess said. Try to be more confident, or hide it in a subtle way. But if you're aware and you like think about it and you think about what you want to do, what's your purpose, then it kind of becomes not important.
I like that. But Pia, what influenced you to think
Dami.
that way? Syempre, at such a young age, you can't help but, you hear stories about people who were, they dwell on things that they don't
Yeah.
have. But you, on the other
Yeah.
hand, you're thriving. Did your parents instill it in you, or
Oh yeah,
what started this?
yeah, for sure. Like my parents super my like ang dami kong kwento, sorry. But then my dad would always tell me, like when he first found out that I was born, or I was gonna be born without my right arm, he said, like when the doctor told him, he said like, um, is she healthy? Like, is there any other complication? Like he didn't even really care about the arm. He was more worried about like, can I be healthy? Can I live? Can I think? Um can I do things that I want to do? So having that mindset, and my mom and my sister, like growing up, they would really like tell me, you were special. Like you have like, there's a reason why you were this way, and like you can accomplish so much. They always said that to me, and I think it's really important that whoever you meet, like if it's your best friend commenting on their Instagram that like you look so hot, or like "Ang galing mo," like those words of encouragement, they may seem like just a comment, but they mean a lot. It's a transfer of
Yeah.
love, and it's a transfer of energy, and it it conditions you into to what you think on your daily life. So for sure, everything that my parents and my family and my friends said to me, although like I wouldn't react like I love that, ganon, it sticks in your mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, so don't be tepid with your compliments, people.
Yeah,
Shower
yeah,
and
people with
and can I add, like I think it's so important also when it comes to like building your confidence is the people around you, like what we've been talking about, especially coming from the family. Kasi
yeah,
parang like especially with like for example with Tito, 'di ba? Hindi niya na inisip yung kamay, yung other complications na lang. And like medyo backtrack also, like with my sister when she got sick, like we were never like negative about it. We were like moving forward. Okay, what are we gonna do? So I think
yeah.
it's more of the big impact of the people around you means so much to build also your confidence, and you'll really know who the people you love and the people who loves you too. So yeah, it's so
yeah.
important.
I think that's really good. I mean,
Uh,
this is something I keep hammering on the last couple episodes. Jamie Santiago, she shared a book with me, If Buddha Dated, and it's really just combining like science, spirituality, and all that. And there's a part there where it talks about parents, how important the role of
yeah,
parents are
Yeah.
to your personal relationship. So if you have a bad relationship with your parents, or let's say there are issues that you had when you were young, which is normal, right?
Mm-mm.
You're not gonna succeed in your relationships or your life because of those issues. So it's like what you both are saying, like both your parents, I mean, Pia, our parents, really helped us get through it. And I think you have to kind of look at that in terms of insecurities also, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think about like parent relationships and then your insecurity or confidence in a relationship? Do you think it has a direct effect?
I think we're all very reactive to how we're raised, right? So parang it's either
Yeah.
you like what you see or you don't like what you see, and then you react to it. Some people, they see bad things, they do the same thing, or some people
Yeah.
they see the
Yeah.
negative things in their parents' relationships, and they try their hardest to be the opposite of it. So parang feeling
Yeah.
it it's your own mental battle as to how you're gonna progress, right?
Agree. Yeah.
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 I think it's like awareness. Like, um, no parent is perfect, right? They're gonna say, I mean, we're all not perfect. We're gonna say something that will hurt someone, even if we didn't
Yeah.
intend it to be. But like, if you think about what's the intention, um, okay, so one example is, um, my dad. He would always tell me, which that I'm not. It's not a bad thing, okay? It's like it's just an explanation of this. Like he would always tell me like, hey, you should buy fabric and like printed fabric, and you should wrap it on your arm. And for me, if I took it the wrong way, I could think like, why are you trying to hide my arm? Like, why do I need to hide it with fabric, right? Like, like stop, ganyan. But no, if you really think about what he's trying to say, he's thinking about me. He's trying to empathize with me. Um, and that's the intention that I know because he loves me. It's really what it is. So I think you have to like go deeper. Like you can't take everything as my parents did this, that's why I'm ganito. You have to like think about they love you, so what's their real intention? And how do I bring that intention into my life?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good way of looking
Um,
at things.
And I think also when people like say things like parang, uy, parang tumaba ka. Like, in relation to it, not just by family. Pero parang I think also parang, what if that person kasi may good intention naman din siya of saying
yeah.
it. Pero very
Yeah.
direct lang talaga. Na
Mhm.
makakasampal ka doon. Pero, like, of course, we can misinterpret things, like, or people. And maybe it's their way of showing you that they actually care also. So I think we should be
Yeah.
open-minded to that kind of scenario as well.
Yeah,
It can get
I've
a
had that
lot.
a lot. Like the people closest to me before, like my family would say, "You're getting taba," and in my head, I'm like, I have a mirror, like I can see myself. You don't have to tell me. But I guess the intention was, I guess, because they care and they could see I was gaining
Yeah.
weight.
Yeah.
But it's hard to look past that, diba? And look past the, ang sakit
Yeah.
ha, aray, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I want to jump back to what you said, Pia, when you were saying that your parents and even Bea were very supportive and encouraging of you growing up. So, Bea, my question is for you though. How did you how did your parents prepare you for this to be encouraging to your sister? Syempre, diba, you were how many years apart are we? Like 2 years, joke lang. I mean, our gap is
2 years
you were young
older.
I'm
pa.
She's
I
5 years
I'm
older
five
than
years
me.
older. Exactly.
Okay, so yeah, so you were 5 years old, right? So how did you process that? How did your parents help you also or teach you?
I think they did a good job in terms of, I mean, my memory was hazy in terms of the initial days of seeing my sister. I just remember no one picked me up. But then, as an immature person, you're just gonna get upset about no one picking you up. But
Mhm.
I think my parents did a good job in trying to explain the situation because they always brought me to every doctor's appointment. Like I think when we went to Singapore and a couple places, they always brought
Yeah.
me along. And as when you're young, you're like, oh my god, why do I have to wait on the doctor's? Like, you
Yeah.
can't
Cause
think of anything more exciting
yeah.
than being in a doctor's waiting area. And as
But
a young person, no one's paying attention to you. They're
yeah.
paying attention to
Mhm.
your sister. But my mom and dad always explained to me that we needed to do this, and it was just a family affair to see that. And I think one of the questions that really, I think one of the moments, I don't know if my mom remembers this or my dad, I asked them, they were trying to figure out, like I always wanted my sister to grow a hand. Like I just, because she has
Yeah.
these like dimples, and I always wanted like to ask if it would be possible if the hand would grow from there. And he was like, "Would it be painful? Would it be painful?" That's always in my head. And but because there were doctors and we went through all of them, you kind
Yeah.
of, I guess my initial reaction was like, oh, it wasn't bad. It was just like it's just something we had to do. But
Yeah.
it was like gonna be a long, even until today, I still think it's a long process to,
Yeah.
I don't know, like for my sister to feel like, there could be advancements. I'm not sure. But, anyways, I always wanted it to grow from there because I thought she would be happy with that. But
Yeah.
nowadays, I really forget. I honestly forget about it because I think my sister is so capable. She can do so much
Yeah.
more than me and always reminding me of little things that I kind of forget about it. I don't know if that's a
Yeah.
bad thing, but I do.
Yeah. And
'Cause,
you, know,
Yeah.
Pia, you were
I
always so cute, Pia, when you were a kid. I remember I was over at your house and then you're like,
that
at the Shari, I can give you the best massage ever. And then like really, and it's
yeah.
like, give me your hand, and you'll take my hand and just like massage it with your. I was like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
no, I just wanted to say to honor my mom also. Search she would really search like who is the best doctor that can give my
Yeah.
my daughter an arm. Like not a real arm but then the prosthetic arm to make my life
Yeah.
like feel a bit more normal. And that is another thing that my parents did to super support me. Like they would go to lengths to see what would make me feel confident and what would make me feel normal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's just having that mindset. Like I would outright show people like, "Hey, you want me to massage you?" Like because because my family and my friends would tell me like your arm is so special, you can massage people.
Yeah.
Mm.
So if no one said that to me, I wouldn't think that way and project that kind of confidence.
Yeah, I would bribe
Yeah.
you. I remember when I was young, I was like, okay, pay you $5, just massage me. It's one of these things. But my dad and my
Yeah,
mom really did a good job with this because I think without their guidance about this, it would be, I don't know, I don't think I would be as sensitive about it, or
yeah,
it just felt like because we were such a small family, like we just had to go through that stuff and give the best support, even to each other, not just to my sister, but
yeah,
to everyone.
Did you feel
yeah.
Bea
Um,
extra protective of Pia? I guess same with you, Jess. Also, did you guys feel somehow like you guys had to take on a role that you had to be extra protective?
Mm. Do you want to go,
did
Jess?
you
Jess first?
Jess,
Yeah.
did you ever defend me from a bully? Ikaw
I
yung
think
nagbubully sa akin.
Hindi, I think because Pia can take care of herself. I know she's a strong woman. And no matter like kahit kulang or whatsoever, she can stand on her own. I think that's the thing about Pia. Kaya alam kong backup lang ako. Kung alam kong
Mm.
sobra na yung nangaaway kay Pia, I will really be protective over Pia. But Pia in general, she's a strong woman and she can stand on her own. So proud of you, Pia.
For me, I was never really overprotective. I think because I think my role models are people that are close in our family, like my grandmother or my grandmother's sister was always like live life to the fullest. So I kind of had this
Yeah.
energy, like you only live once. So with my sister, it was never, I wasn't super strict or anything. I think she was towards me like more of an ate than, so I think for me I wasn't overprotective. I was always telling her like, oh my god, do this para you can
Yeah.
really feel like, life is there for you to grasp. Like I think it's for you
Yeah.
to grab like a cajones or what balls or whatever and
Yeah.
make the most out of it.
Actually,
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring up also like my friends, the viewers here, Tesha and Erica, they would like have so much fun with me and like one of the things we used to do is like in budget when we travel budget airlines because we used to travel around Asia, we would like show my arm and then be like, oh, like she needs like a seat near the she needs like a seat near the with like leg room. It doesn't even make sense, but I would just like put
Yeah.
they're like, Pia, mag-check in. Like, we're gonna check in our bags. Tapos papatong ko yung arm ko doon. So it's like, and we would, and like, we wouldn't even have to say anything. Like, when the check-in lady would see it, she'd be like, okay, upgrade. And I mean, like, I guess my point there is like, nothing. It doesn't have to be too serious. Like, I mean, I'm not like
Yeah.
feeling anything, but there's like some things in life, like it feels like you're forever doomed with this thing, but your friends laugh with you about these things, and you have fun with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice. Leia, did you ever
Okay.
do that or hindi? You didn't.
No, I don't think we ever did that. I
No.
just feel like I really honestly forget, which is I don't know if that is a bad thing for Pia, but I honestly it just because I see my sister as someone so capable, like I just rely on her so much with things. So I'm just like,
Pia, is there something na Bea has ever said to you na stood out na parang, it's like, okay, I'm gonna take this, like, na it really helped you with whatever you were going through? Was there ever a moment where you're like, oh my God, I want to hear Bea kung meron kang inspiring moment?
Pressure
oh
naman.
no, parang wala.
Pressure. Um, I don't think there's like one line. Honestly, there's no one line because my sister's right. We don't really talk about it in the house. Like, it never becomes a factor. Like, I'll tell my sister like I wanna do a startup. It doesn't come to the topic like, oh my God, yeah, you could be the first. I'm just saying out loud, like the first
Yeah.
startup owner with one arm or something. I mean, it doesn't come up because I think it's more of the natural love of a sister that comes out, and I think that that's the that's the best thing that you can do to somebody who is insecure about something. You can like look at that person as who they are. Like, this doesn't define me, and it shouldn't define our relationship. And actually, going to my boyfriend also, um, he never made it define who he's. He never made me feel like this is what he sees in me.
Mm-mm.
It's like actually, like, before he would bring it up and be like, I think he only brought it up once, and he only said it like, hey, I really admire you for this. But other than that, it doesn't come up every day. It doesn't come up whenever we talk about things, because I think they see past it, and that's in any insecurity. If you can see the person past what they are insecure about, you can really strengthen and make them feel like a person, or like a soul.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's one thing though that I love about Ralph. Like, sobrang kinikilig ako. I mean naman. Pero, pero when they, I guess this is something my dad does too, and Ralph, like, when they peel like shrimps or something in the table and then they give it to my sister, I think it's just such a nice gesture when
I was
people do that.
telling you, I was so kilig, Bea, your surprise birthday party. Oh, she froze. But Bea's surprise birthday party, pero kulot siya. So I'm not sure kung surprise ka. Anyway, so we were at the dinner
Like
table.
dinner.
We're at the dinner
That's my
table. And
earring.
I saw Pia. Your boyfriend was like cutting up your food for you. And I was like looking, I was like, kilig, nakakainis. I was super kilig. I was super
Yeah.
sweet.
It
Pero
just
Bea,
like
I wanna
Yeah.
jump the question sa'yo, Bea.
Oh,
What inspiring thing have you heard from Pia? Same with you, Jess. Because Bea, you always say na Pia's like 5 years older than you, right?
mhm. My favorite line from Pia is, tama na. Tama na. Tama.
I feel like you hear that from a lot of people.
Lumalaki na yung ulo ni Pia.
Man. I mean, my sister rarely says anything,
Really more.
but there are definitely moments where she goes, tama na yan, which basically enough. And I think when you really care about someone, I think those words matter because, like, let's say this, obviously our show is for women and a bubudol. And
Mm-mm.
like, that just when someone tells you, they don't say it every day, but they will say to you that it's enough and that you
Yeah.
deserve more. And my sister, she's always a gift giver. I think one of the things like that I love about her is her gesture of like she's very generous and she writes notes. And I think before I left for this trip, she wrote a note that was quite nice that I you never really expect that. But yeah, I think my tama na is my favorite line from Pia. Minsan lang lumabas yan, but
Wait,
you know,
kilig. Kilig. Kilig ako.
yeah, there.
With
Or
mine
don't get
naman,
important. Yeah, gorgeous.
yeah, sorry. I think I also agree with Ate Bea. Like, si Pia kasi very thoughtful siya. Like, literally the other day also, she sent me food. And then out of nowhere, parang, I guess my instinct na she felt I was sad. Kasi that was the time I was really, really sad. And I was so surprised that Pia gave me that gift. Like, it's a simple gesture and the note was really sweet. And I think the thing about Pia kasi is, I may look so like, energetic or loud. Actually, she's the one fighting for me. She's the loud in our relationship. Oh, relationship, in our friendship. Na parang, like, no matter how down I am, siya talaga yung, I read this in the book na ganto, ganto, ganyan. So you shouldn't feel that way. It's okay to be down. Yung mga ganon. So, yung simple na ganon ni Pia na akala mo, Pia, di nga. It's really genuine, Kasi may days talaga na parang, Jess, you're so ganito, ganyan, ganyan. I love it, ganyan. So ako parang, Pia. Pero she's just really, really genuine about it. And yeah, that's what I love about Pia. No matter how far or kahit man di kami nakikita ni Pia, like, na matagal, it's still the same. Like, no bond can, like, be different or whatsoever, tear us apart, no matter how far. Kahit na nag-Singapore siya, okay, can I just say, konting kwento. She was gonna move to Singapore. Yeah. She was gonna move to Singapore. I was helping her pack. And then we were packing her panties. And we both started crying. And she started like, I'm gonna miss you, Jess. And we were holding her panties out like, I'm gonna miss you, Jess. Yung ganong gestures na parang sobrang babaw lang talaga ng kaligayahan namin ni Pia. So, yeah, that's what I cherish the most with Pia. And, yeah, thanks for being there for me no matter what.
Vlog ko ba to?
that.
Bakit ang daming...
Pia's Universe to
I
the
know. Debuan yan mo.
anniversary. But okay, I want to talk about a little bit
guys.
relationships that really lift you up. I think one example that you obviously shared is Ralph, Pia, and there's a lot of people that are in insecure relationships. And I want to know with both of you, Jess, like if you have any experience dating someone that either lift you up or brought you down. What's kind of like your advice for people that are really stuck in insecure relationships? As I know that maybe you would have friends that feel that way.
Ooh.
Pia, ikaw na. May boyfriend ka eh. Baka yung mga single dyan.
Oy, nagla-love advice ka rin, Jess, kahit na single ka. Actually,
I want to hear your love
Oo.
advice. Later.
Yeah, we need
Ang kapal
advice.
ko mag-love advice kahit wala akong boyfriend do.
Hello.
actually, pag nag-aaway kami ni Ralph, si Jess yung takbuhan sa love advice. So, she has a lot to share. But kind of tough because, like, I think every relationship will have insecurity. You can never, like, say your relationship is, like, 100% secure unless you can say that you as a person are also 100% secure, which I don't think there's anybody who's 100% secure, right? Like, we're working on it. We're aware about it. And I think that's my advice, like awareness. Like, what are the things that make you insecure? Can you tell the person what is making you insecure and how does that person like react? And I think my sister gave me like really good love advice. We took the questions in the How Not to Die Alone. There's like a set of questions that you answer about yourself and your relationship. And I think if you answer that, it makes you more aware of why and what you're insecure about. You can talk about it, and the other person can tell you their perspective. They can either like affirm you or they can explain like a new perspective that you weren't really thinking about. So if you don't talk about your insecurity, it will really eat you up. And actually, that's why I wanted to do the podcast, because I think if I don't talk about it, there are a lot of people who want to know about me and they're just a bit afraid or hesitant to ask me about it. But I think talking about it and telling people that I'm okay talking about it, and I want you to tell me like what you think and what you are wondering about, and I'll answer it and tell you. Hopefully, you can resonate with it, or you can share your advice also.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's really
I think
beautiful.
like ako naman and ng parang no boyfriend whatever, but I think what's also important is to have like a middle person in every relationship if you feel insecure about something.
Ikaw, so, ikaw
Ah,
yun.
ako yun. No, I think it's kasi ano siya eh, parang it balances both stories. So like for example, like with like Pia and Ralph, when they have like misunderstanding like about something, they would always run to me. And I get to explain kasi both sides and understand both sides and make them realize na, oo nga, no, sobrang babaw naman, bakit ganito? So I think it's also important na you have your real friends giving you advice and making you understand it as well. Kasi there are two sides of the story. So yeah.
Mm-mm. I like that. Ikaw, Bea,
Like
any
the
advice?
I was
Oh,
just
go
gonna
ahead,
say
Pia.
like the jealousy episode, right? That what Ava and Jerry were talking about. Having that friend you can pour out and
Yeah.
then mediate for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's one of our advice about that. It's like, I mean, I share that question to Pia. I think every fight that you have is a chance to kind of get to know each other more and deal with your insecurities, because when you fight, it's not really just out of nowhere. It really feeds off your insecurity. And I think just looking past the people that I've dated, I think before I didn't realize that how strong words are. Because I remember people would tell me, like family, they say the words are like you can't take it back. And I think there were moments
Yeah.
na parang sa sobrang galit mo at asar mo sa tao, sasabihin mo talaga yung gusto mong sabihin, di ba? And then it
Yeah.
really hurts them. But actually, now you should just use kinder words, I think. So my advice is use kinder words, ask a lot of questions, and insecurities are so normal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. True.
So, yeah,
For
we'll see.
sure.
For my Mr. Right. Naka-lucky siya. Swerte siya sa akin. Mature na ako.
Nag-aaral kami. Swerte kayong mga lalaki. Ay, diba?
Researching.
Swerte.
Wala kami ginawa every week kundi mag-research about love. Okay. So, guys.
Expert na.
Oo, expert na. So, guys, we are down to our last question here. It's just, our favorite question. What is love? Or you can answer also, what is self-love to you?
For me, I think self-love. Ang lalim. My God, kailangan ata ng research. I think it's more of understanding yourself more and accepting
Yeah.
yourself more. Like honestly right now, with all the things that's happening with me, parang nawawala yung pagka-touch ko ng self-love. So my way of self-love is like kunwari, I'm gonna collect candles. So if I'm gonna light something, oh, I feel so, good, I love it. Or simple as working out because it makes me feel good. So I guess for me, it's just accepting and being positive about everything in life and just be happy with it, even if no matter how hard life can be. Kasi maraming daming pinagdaanan ng tao or hardships ng other people than you. So just go with it and have fun and love life. That's all.
I like that. How about you?
Aww. And that's so Jess.
You,
Like Miss Universe. I like it. How about you, Pia?
I would think two things really come to mind when I think of love and all the examples of love that have been in my life, like my friends, my family, my partner Ralph. It's care, care about the other person, like what they're going through, what they're feeling, what they're thinking, caring about, yeah, like people caring about me. I think like slicing shrimp, inviting me to go party, like making me feel normal. Those were like moments of care that people showed me. that they care about what I'm going through, and they're translating it into different ways. And growth, making each other better. Like, I think, especially in a romantic sense, but also in a friendship, family, everything, love. If you grow with that person, make them better, make them more secure, and understand like who they are. Those two things really define love for me.
I like it.
I
You're
love
also
you
Miss
guys,
Universe.
both of you. Confidently beautiful. And then confidently
Confidently
beautiful
beautiful
with
with a
With
heart.
a heart.
Diba?
agree.
Heart.
Yeah.
Ladies, thank you so much for sharing that. Like, I think that's so important, everything that you've shared and really getting vulnerable with us. And we are to the end. I hope people have learned a few things. Sherry, what is your takeaway from this episode?
So much. Alam mo, Pia, again, you're my favorite Trinidad. Joke lang, Pia. What did
Who
I learn?
agrees? Can you please comment if you agree that I'm your favorite Trinidad?
Thumbs
And
down.
then second favorite is Jess because she's also a Trinidad.
Yeah, she's also a July, and basically I'm the last.
Adopted.
Last place.
So,
What did I learn? Parang ang dami. Pero I guess one thing that stood out is use, don't be so tepid with compliments and words of
Yeah.
encouragement. Kasi, no matter how small it is, kahit the person's not so reactive to it, it helps. It builds up, and, it really does help people. And I guess one thing that stood out to me also is intention is very important. Like with insecure things, things you feel insecure about, like me, my weight, especially before, but it's just always easier for me to react with anger instead of like thinking of what was the real intention of what they said. But
Yeah,
instead of always reacting with anger and being defensive, what I've noticed with Pia is that she uses the words, just build herself up and then do better
Yeah.
things, focus on things that she can do, or not focus on whatever negative is that you hear or feel, whatever. So I think that would be my main two takeaways. How about you, Bea?
wow. Well, I think it's one of these things like you don't ever really get to talk about so often, but everyone is insecure. But I think when I listen to Jess and Pia, I just can't forget the panty crying scene that you guys had. I think you have to find people that are like that. Like, I think that will cry with you, will be happy with you, and that way you won't be insecure. But one of the things that I recently interviewed like a couple, a Bhutanese and an American, and the Bhutanese guy told the girl this really important line. I think is quite nice. He said that we're all different, but we have the same heart. So I think
yeah,
like for
That's so nice.
this show and
that's so
everything
nice.
we hear from Instagram, Facebook, anyone who Zooms us, they're so insecure. But at the end of the day, like you have your insecurities, you are different, but your heart is exactly the same as the person you're dealing with. Unless
That's so
masama
nice.
talaga silang tao.
May masasamang tao out there.
Just for a
Walang
disclaimer. Not
puso.
everyone has a
Ganon.
heart. Check
Yeah,
your
yeah.
heartbeat.
Oo. And guys, don't be, I mean, understanding
Oo
is
nga.
good, being understanding, but don't be too
Yeah.
understanding. Minsan talaga may mga people who don't deserve any more understanding. You gotta be clear in that.
Yes. And yeah, be the
That's
only way you
true.
can litmus test that is if they use kind words, kind actions. If they're doing bad things, like they don't have a heart or kulang sila sa heartbeat. So
Yeah.
beware. We're always gonna give you a disclaimer, basically.
And I think a good
So
Yeah.
takeaway here also is, I have to show this. That was Pia's idea. We saved over $300. Humor. You don't
Yeah.
take everything
That
Yeah.
was
too
my idea.
seriously.
That's true.
Hmm.
Yeah,
wow.
actually,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
definitely brought that up, and I'm proud of myself that I can joke about it. I think if you can joke about your insecurity with people that you trust, it shows that you trust the people that you're with, and that's also a test of your friendship. Like if you feel
Yeah.
close and they take you to joke about that. So love you guys.
Oh,
And I think,
sweet.
no, that's true. Parang when you can joke about it, parang you accept it na rin na, okay, I'm not so insecure about it anymore. I mean, parang ang taba
Mm.
mo, thank you. Parang ganun. You just go
Yeah,
along with it. Diba? Parang, okay, thank
exactly.
you. Payat mo
Yeah,
eh, no?
but it takes time.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it takes time
What
for
does
sure.
Georgia think?
Yeah, it
What
takes
does your
time.
dog think? What does our
Georgia,
other
thank
co-host think?
she's untalk as usual. But she wanted to say thank you, Pia, and thank you, Jess. It was a thank you so much. I like this
Yeah.
conversation. It was, yeah, natawa naman ako. I like it. Para inspire ako maging mas mabait na
Oo.
tao for my child.
Confident with the heart
Yeah.
talaga yung ano niyan.
Yeah.
Key.
Pero like, you know,
Yeah.
it's there are sometimes like it's the person like if you joke about it with me if I'm not ready, if you tell me like
Yeah.
ask for a freebie with your arm, like and I was at the phase na insecure ako, syempre like okay, di pa ready. So
Oo.
everybody has their own like journey with their insecurity and it will come out
Yeah.
as long as the environment is good.
Yeah, or you're
True.
close to the person. I can't just joke about something with
Oo.
someone na hindi kayo close.
Diba?
Feeling close no?
Yeah, intention is important talaga. So, yung mga
Yeah.
feeling close is annoying also. Yung mga mag-fat
Uy.
joke pero hindi ka
Yeah.
type. Gusto mo masama.
Exactly. So don't joke about that. Just to test
Also,
if secure yung tao, wag.
we have a love show. So we are a love show. So we have to do this takeaway. My takeaway from Bettina Gonzalez, maghanap tayo lahat ng sarili nating Ralph.
Tama.
Okay.
Sana
Magkatalop ng,
all! May rouse!
magkatalop ng hipon natin, magkakat-kat ng steak natin. Yes.
That's
Yun
the,
ang
if you ask me what's the sweetest thing Ralph has done for me, it's pagtatalop ng hipon.
Aw, cute.
I mean, it's
And
hard, right?
Hindi lang siya one ha. I'm like, I want 10 strips.
Demand the 10 shrimps. Okay, so thank you, Jess and Pia. I really appreciate it. And everyone that also joined in for Pia's late birthday celebration on our podcast. And guys, so we're down to the end. Let us quench your thirst for knowledge by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And of course, submit your love problems and milestones to our website, thirstyand30.club, because we don't want to just hear about sad stories. And also, we have a newsletter, thirsty30.substack.com, where we give advice, hope, happiness, and humor all in your inbox. It's really for the modern day woman or man na ayaw mabudol sa love. So, guys, stay thirsty. And thank you, Pia and Jess and Shari and Georgia. Our
Thank
co-hosts.
Stay
you.
thirsty,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Yung Bea, ha? Gusto ko next
Um,
week yung buhok mo ganyan pa rin. Stay
Yeah.
thirsty,
Yeah,
everybody.
so
Thanks,
guys,
guys.
next week our episode is Bea Fabregas and her husband about second chances and love and forgiveness
Ooh.
and all sorts of things. So, basta,
Mhm.
it's fun. So, thank you
Love it.
everyone and have
We'll
a great
watch.
See you
Okay.
next week.
Jess and I are
Thank
gonna
you,
watch
guys.
that.
And 30.